Ever wondered why breaking a mirror supposedly brings 7 years of bad luck? Or why walking under a ladder feels so ominous? Superstitions have been passed down through generations, blending fear, tradition, and mystery. But where did these beliefs come from, and why do they still hold power over us today? Get ready, because what you're about to discover will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Welcome to the surprising origins of popular superstitions and myths. The superstition that breaking a mirror brings 7 years of bad luck is one of the most enduring and unsettling beliefs. But what's the real story behind this fear of shattered glass? This superstition dates back to ancient Rome, where people believed that mirrors were more than just a reflection, they were a portal to the soul. The Romans were convinced that when you gazed into a mirror you were actually looking at your true self. Breaking a mirror, therefore, wasn't just an accident, it was a soul-shattering event. The 7 years of bad luck? That stemmed from the Roman belief that life renewed itself every 7 years. They thought it took that long for the soul to recover from the trauma of a broken reflection. Fast forward to today, and while many might dismiss it as an old wives' tale, there's still that moment of dread when the glass cracks. Could it be that a fragment of ancient belief still lingers within us? Ah, the black cat. Simultaneously a symbol of bad luck and mystical power, but why do these furry felines evoke such strong reactions? The answer lies in a blend of ancient paganism and medieval paranoia. Let's travel back to ancient Egypt, where black cats were revered as sacred. They were associated with the goddess Bastet, the protector of home and family. Killing a black cat was considered a grave sin, and these animals were believed to bring good fortune. But as Christianity spread across Europe, attitudes shifted dramatically. During the Middle Ages, black cats became linked with witchcraft and the occult. It was believed that witches could transform into black cats to carry out their dark deeds. People started to see them as omens of misfortune, and the once revered animals were now feared and persecuted. Even today, black cats are often associated with Halloween and the supernatural. Whether seen as a harbinger of doom or a symbol of mystery, the black cat's duality continues to intrigue and terrify. We've all heard the warning, never walk under a ladder. But what's so dangerous about this simple act? The roots of this superstition are deeper and darker than you might think. Some trace this belief back to ancient Egypt. The Egyptians viewed the shape of a triangle as sacred, representing the trinity of gods. When a ladder leaned against a wall, it formed a triangle, and walking through it was seen as breaking the divine shape, angering the gods. But that's not the only origin. In medieval Europe, ladders were often associated with gallows, tools used for execution. The ladder became a symbol of death and doom, and walking under it was seen as tempting fate, inviting death into your life. Despite the lack of any real danger, this superstition endures. Whether it's an ancient reverence for divine geometry or a fear of invoking death, many still avoid walking under a ladder just in case. Friday the 13th, a date that sends shivers down the spine of even the most rational among us. But how did this ordinary day become synonymous with bad luck? One theory points to the Christian tradition, specifically the Last Supper. Jesus and his 12 apostles made 13 people at the table, with Judas, the betrayer, being the 13th. Jesus was crucified on a Friday, leading to the combination of these two elements, Friday and the number 13, being seen as particularly ominous. But there's more. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest of the Knights Templar, a powerful and wealthy Catholic military order. This mass arrest marked the beginning of their downfall, further cementing Friday the 13th as a day of misfortune. Today, Friday the 13th is still feared by many, with some avoiding travel, major purchases, or even leaving the house. But is it all just coincidence, or does this day really carry a cursed legacy? Knock on wood. It's something we all do when trying to ward off bad luck or jinxes. But why wood, and where did this habit come from? This superstition likely stems from ancient pagan traditions in Europe. Trees, especially oak trees, were believed to house spirits and gods. By knocking on wood, people believed they could call upon these protective spirits for help or to prevent bad luck from striking. As Christianity spread, the practice evolved but remained deeply rooted in culture. The phrase "knock on wood" was popularized during the Victorian era and has since spread across the globe. Even today, it's a go-to move for anyone looking to avoid tempting fate. Whether you're hoping to pass an exam, win a game, or avoid a jinx, a simple knock on wood is all it takes to ease the mind. But remember, the next time you do it, you're continuing a tradition that's thousands of years old. Superstitions and myths, no matter how irrational they may seem, are deeply woven into the fabric of our lives. They connect us to our ancestors, reflect our fears, and offer a way to make sense of a chaotic world. Whether you believe in them or not, there's no denying their power to shape behavior and influence decisions. So the next time you avoid a crack in the sidewalk, cross your fingers, or throw salt over your shoulder, remember, there's more to these traditions than meets the eye. Who knows, maybe there's a little truth behind a superstition after all. Thanks for watching. If you found this video as intriguing as we did, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which superstition surprised you the most. And remember, keep your mirrors intact, avoid those ladders, and always knock on wood.